life's too short to get it all right. First time around, she better not fuck up. Wanna be born again, I want a second chance, 'cause this time around.
5-year-old Kamarie Holland, who was found dead earlier this week.
Williams is being charged with capital murder and at least a 37-year-old Jeremy. Was buried. The man accused of killing her sits in jail. This is before Kamari was taken by 37-year-old Williams.
Oh, you better not fuck up.
I wish I could stand here and tell you that the world is going to get better. But I'm here to tell you that it's not. Evil has entered our community.
I must warn you, this case is horrifying. And if you're any kind of decent human being, the details will enrage you. The recent situation you're going to learn about here involves an innocent child. I've compiled every single piece of information I could find on this case into this video. My delivery of this knowledge will be raw and unfiltered. If this bothers you, find another channel. There is no need to traumatize yourself. Please stick around after the video finishes because I'd like to talk to you about something very important that isn't directly related to this case, but it is closely related to the topics we're about to discuss here. It's big, and I need you to hear what I have to say. But first, I'm Mr. Black, and this is the disturbing truth of finding Princess Kamarie Holland. On December 13th, in Columbus, Georgia, at 1607 Bowman Street, 35-year-old mother of four, Kristy Marie Siple, called 911 at around 6:15 a.m. in the morning to report that her 5-year-old daughter, Kamari Holland, was missing. Kristy stated that she woke up to find that her daughter had vanished and whoever took the little girl left the door open in the process. Sadly, Kamari Holland was later pronounced dead at 11:15 p.m. that evening, less than 10 minutes away, in a cold, abandoned house just over the border across the Chattahoochee River in the 1100 block of 15th Avenue in Phoenix City, Alabama. The 5-year-old's body was sent for an autopsy where they hope to recover DNA evidence that can help solidify a verdict later on. In an emotional, teary-eyed statement made with WTV-MTV, Kristy Siple, who also goes by the name Kristy Hoskins, told the company that, quote, "She was my life. I lived for her daily. She was my only girl. I have 3 boys. And her, she was just the sweetest girl in the world. You could not harm that little girl because she was so innocent. She was so smart. She was perfect." During the WTVM annual toy drive, Kristy Siple stopped by with a car full of her daughter's toys and said, "I'm Kamari Holland's mommy, and she would want nothing in the world but to donate her toys to another child that was in need because she was a very helping child." Police are said to have zeroed in on surveillance of the intersection around the house, quickly identifying the suspect. Then 37-year-old Jeremy Williams was arrested the same day as the 5-year-old's disappearance and promptly charged with the murder of Kamari Holland. He reportedly used to live at the Phoenix City address where the little girl was found. She had been strangled to death. Information provided to authorities had led police to the Bamboo Hotel where Jeremy and his uncle were staying. They had only arrived roughly 30 minutes prior to his arrest. Williams is said to be a regular at the hotel where he may or may not sell drugs in order to support his own habit. His uncle is not thought to be connected to the murder at this time, as he was seemingly picked up shortly before the bust. And Jeremy Williams, well known to law enforcement, was reportedly out on bond at the time of Kamarie's murder. On December 14th, police investigated Jeremy's official home on Dozier Street in Columbus. What they found there remains unknown. Jeremy also may have actually been the one that led investigators to the 5-year-old's body. I'm simply not sure at this time. But here's what we do know. Jeremy Williams had a history. On August 1st of 2021, Jeremy Williams was arrested in Muskogee County on charges of simple battery, family violence, and third-degree cruelty to children, 2 misdemeanors that he pled not guilty to. And while he was never convicted as far as I can see, it seems that in this specific case, he was accused of slapping his wife in the face in front of a child. While certainly not very Jesus of him, it doesn't make him a murderer. But if we dig a little deeper, we find more disturbing allegations stretching back to 2009 in Maricel County, sorry if I didn't pronounce it right, when Jeremy was charged with aggravated child abuse. Hold on to your heart. This is the part when the severity of the disturbing nature of this case heightens. Jeremy Williams was accused of dipping a 3-year-old boy's body into a pot of boiling water from the waist down, obviously causing the child serious burns. But Williams claimed the boy accidentally pulled the water on top of himself, and after 3 years of litigation, a jury acquitted Jeremy in 2012 due to lack of evidence. And as if that wasn't disturbing enough, when I put down my shovel and started really diving into the past of Jeremy Williams, I found more information that really stained my mind. Police in North Pole, Alaska, have reportedly reopened a murder case from 2005 where a 1-month-old baby was murdered. She died from blunt force trauma. They think she was beaten to death. Her name was Nadia Trinice Williams. And as you probably guessed, her father was Jeremy Tremaine Williams.
Keeping an eye on Columbus nearly 2 full days after the body of a previously missing 5-year-old was found, authorities returned to the street today where 5-year-old Kamari Holland was last seen alive. Investigators appeared to be searching a house on Bowman Street in Columbus shortly before 5 o'clock this evening. Several unmarked law enforcement vehicles could be seen at a home on that street. Bowman Street is the area where Kamari Holland reportedly went missing in the early morning hours of Monday, December 13th. Her body was found later that night at an abandoned house on 15th Avenue in Phoenix City. We're learning new details tonight about the man charged with capital murder in connection with Holland's death. 37-year-old Jeremy Williams has a history of arrests, but no convictions that News 3 could find. He was charged with aggravated child abuse in Russell County in 2009 after allegedly immersing a 3-year-old boy in boiling water. A jury acquitted him in 2012. Williams was arrested again this August in Columbus and charged with simple battery and third-degree cruelty to children. A police report alleges a minor child witnessed Williams slap his wife in the face. Williams entered a not guilty plea in state court just last week. At a news conference yesterday, Russell County Sheriff Heath Taylor said Williams was also the suspect in the death of a 1-year-old in Alaska, but he was never charged in connection with that death. There are ongoing investigations into Holland's murder in Columbus and in Russell County. Yesterday, Sheriff Taylor said he will not rule out additional charges.
There are address links to Jeremy in Alaska at the Eielson Air Force Base, where Jeremy is said to have lived with Nadia's mother while she worked on the base. Jeremy was originally considered a suspect in the case, but investigators couldn't find enough evidence to convict him. So the case of 1-month-old Nadia Williams went cold. Until now. Furthering severe allegations towards Jeremy Williams, a police incident report obtained by News Leader 9 states that a 31-year-old unidentified female claims Jeremy Williams sodomized her the night before Kamarie Holland's body was discovered in Phoenix City.
We start tonight with breaking news. We're learning disturbing new details about a new sexual assault case involving the man accused of killing a 5-year-old Phoenix City girl. Now, according to a Columbus police incident report obtained by News Leader 9, a 31-year-old woman claims Jeremy Williams sodomized her the night before Kamarie Holland's body was found. The woman told police it happened at Williams' home on Dozier Street on December 12th. According to the report, Williams called the adult victim by Kamarie's name during the assault and told her he had taught a 5-year-old how to have oral sex. The following day, Kamarie's mother reported her missing. She was found that night in a vacant home previously occupied by Williams.
The unidentified woman claims the assault took place at Williams' home on Dozier Street on December 12th. She says she ended up at the accused man's house after having an argument with her boyfriend. With nowhere to go, she reached out to a friend who put her in touch with Jeremy. But while in his house, she started to get an uneasy feeling about him. But when she tried to leave, Williams allegedly blocked the door with a deep freezer before grabbing the woman from behind and forcing her to perform sexual acts on him. Bizarrely, she claims Williams called her Kamarie's name during the attack and confessed to her that he taught the 5-year-old how to perform oral sex. My blood's boiling. The victim explains in the report that the only way she could escape was to tell Williams where he could obtain drugs. Williams left the house with the victim and went to the store where Jeremy allowed her to use the bathroom, but he made her leave behind her phone and belongings first. Luckily for her, she had a second phone on her that she used to call for help while she locked herself in the bathroom. She remained inside until Williams left the area. So how on earth could someone like Jeremy Williams gain access to another child? How was he able to set his sights on 5-year-old Kamarie Holland? Well, that is where this story will turn and swiftly kick you in the balls of your heart. You see, Kristy Siple may not be the innocent young mother she led us all to believe she was. There's information linking Kristy and Jeremy to some kind of relationship, possibly sexual, and possibly drug-based. And it looks like Kristy's not thought to be an award-winning mom. As a matter of fact, Kamarie Holland's father, Corey Holland, had custody of the 5-year-old at the time. Kristy reportedly only saw her on the weekends, and that was supposed to be supervised. She also previously went to court to be charged with abuse of a fetus for allegedly taking drugs while pregnant with her youngest son. Due to health reasons and COVID, this separate court case has reportedly been postponed until later this year. But I also read that Siple is facing a failure to appear charge for a felony case regarding the chemical endangerment of a child back in 2018. I'm not sure if this is the same case or not, but I thought it was worth noting.
I'm Kamarie Holland's mommy, and she wouldn't want nothing in the world but to donate her toys to another little child that was in need because she was a very healthy child.
Oh, she looked like such a sweet girl.
She was a very sweet child. She was beautiful. Sweet soul. Thank you. And this is, I seen this and I touched my heart, so I stopped. That's what she was, mommy. Let's help that, mommy. She's like that.
Let me hold
She's like that. She, we were at the gas station one time and we seen a family out there and one of the little girls didn't have shoes on. And she said, Mommy, we can help them, Mommy, because I have so many pair of shoes at home, Mommy. Let's give them my shoes, Mommy. And of course we gave them her shoes because she's that caring. She had a heart. She had a spirit that she's been here before, and she was a blessing. She is a blessing.
How are you coping?
I'm coping. I'm making it. The media's making me look like I'm some evil person, but I'm not. I'm a mommy, and I did not have nothing to do with this. She was my life. I lived for her daily. She was my only girl. I had 3 boys and her.
Was she your youngest?
She was my, no, I have one more under her. I have my son under her. And it's hard. It's hard. I don't know if I'm coming or I'm going, but I'm doing it for her.
Do you have any support? Do you have people on your side? Someone's helping you?
Ain't nobody on my side. They didn't even tell me about the balloon release today. They haven't even mentioned her funeral or nothing.
So will you get to decide that, or?
I don't think so. I think that's all Dad. Dad had custody of her.
Okay.
But you know what? I have my peace with her, and she's here in my heart, and that's all that matters.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I can't even fathom what you might be going through, but please know that our hearts and prayers are with you. And I know just at the station, you know, we cover all kinds of news, but for whatever reason, just because of, you know, what happened, it has really hit hard for a lot of people.
And that's all you see over social media is her face. She was so loved. She was so loved.
Now she lived in Phoenix City.
Yes, she lived with Dad in Phoenix City, and she was with me. That Sunday I picked her up, and he prayed on her. I can't really talk about it. There's a gag order, so.
Okay, and we're not going to try to ask you to talk about that. Is her school doing anything?
I'm not sure. She was in school for like literally 3 weeks and then got kicked out because of coronavirus. Somebody tested positive in class. So we decided not to send her back, but she was so smart. She was just learning how to spell her name. She'd see a K somewhere. She's like, Mom, that's Kamari. She was the best little girl ever.
So I understand she wanted to, I read somewhere.
A princess. She wanted to be a princess. You couldn't tell her nothing. All my makeup ruined, but she wanted to be a princess. She can have it. She can definitely be.
What would you want viewers to know about your daughter?
She was just the sweetest girl in the world. You couldn't, oh God, you couldn't harm her. She was just sweet. Like, you could not harm that little girl because she's so innocent, so smart. She was fantastic. She was perfect.
Well, my heart aches for you. And please know our prayers are with you. I know Tony gave you her card.
Yes, I've dropped off some presents and I still have some more that I will bring because that's what she would want.
That's
definitely
very
what
sweet
she
of
would
you.
want.
And is there anything that you want to say to our viewers about?
Life's short, definitely. Keep your loved ones close. You never know when it's going to be the end. And I'm innocent. I had nothing to do with my daughter's disappearance or murder. I would never. She was my life.
Of course she was. She's your baby girl.
Exactly. Like, whoever could do that is just disturbing. Very sick in the head.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No.
You like me. You like
We, at this point, we believe that the mother and the offender did have a relationship, not from a dating perspective, but did know each other. The mother has been spoke to. We're going to speak to her again. I don't know how she's going to turn out, to be honest with you. She may be perfectly fine. She may not be. But that's just part of the investigation.
On December 28th, Kristy was arrested at the Circle K on Victory Drive at around 1 p.m. with the help of federal agents. And get ready for that heart ball kick, because here it comes. According to recent court records, Kristy Siple and Jeremy Williams came to an agreement to sell or rent out Kamari for sexual abuse means. The exact amount the child was sold for, to my knowledge, has not been disclosed. But the judges presiding over the case have extended a gag order in all directions. So what you hear in this video will more than likely be all the information we'll get for a while. Kamari's father, Corey Holland, stated, quote, "The amount of pain Kristy has caused by ripping Kamari out of our lives will never cease. We're glad to see that she's been arrested. We are one step closer to justice for Kamari. We hope that justice is served. Kristy should receive whatever the maximum penalty she can get. She's a monster. A real mother protects and would die for her children. Kristy is a monster." My family and I will continue to wrestle with the loss of losing our angel, Kamari. When talking about Kristy Siple, Russell County Sheriff Heath Taylor said, "She's been charged with murder during the course of kidnapping, murder during the course of rape, murder during the course of sodomy, and human trafficking." And a human trafficking warrant obtained by WRBL states that Kristy, on or about December 13th of 2021, did knowingly subject another person to labor servitude or sexual servitude. She did agree with another person to pay her for sexual intercourse and sodomy with her minor child. It's also alleged that Jeremy Williams may face charges of capital murder, kidnapping, capital murder during rape, capital murder during sodomy, and production of child pornography. And to top it all off, I also heard a rumor that Williams is being charged with abuse of a corpse as well. Kristy Siple says, quote, "I'm a mommy. I did not have nothing to do with this." To which I agree. I believe you, Kristy. I believe that you in fact didn't have nothing to do with what happened to your innocent daughter. And while innocent until proven guilty, and that's something I truly believe in, I also believe that you and Jeremy will be convicted in a court of law where you'll face the possibility of execution, something I think you both will enjoy. I know I will. It's a horrifying story. The death of a child. The sexual violation of a 5-year-old. No matter how many times something like this happens, to most of us, it's a level of unfamiliar evil. The actions of monsters. And if you ask me my theory, it's just a hunch. But I believe Kamarie Holland was murdered before the 31-year-old female victim was assaulted on December 12th. It might even be possible that the little girl had been a victim of abuse for longer than we realize.
Kamari meant the world to me. Like, I would never be the same from this day on, but with all my family and friends, I guess they'd keep me strong, but Kamari is everything to me, and now she gone.
Her pranksters, she used to do all kinds of prankster stuff to her brothers and her mother and all of us. She was an angel, and now she will live as our angel.
I have a lady friend that knew her very well. She was with her the night she went missing, and when she gave Kamari a hug, she never imagined that this would be the last time that she would see her alive, you know.
It's unbearable. It's like, it makes your stomach hurt. It hurts your heart. It's so overwhelming. I remember that big smile on her face. Give prayers for the family, praying for their support and their strength during this time of their bereavement, and pray that the Lord stay with them and keep them strong.
That we're really gonna miss her. We love her. Raquel definitely love her. Right? You want to say something to Kamari?
Yeah. She was my cousin, and all the smiles she gave me, she made me laugh.
I will never forget you, Princess. I will forever to keep you relevant in this life. Love you.
I watched the police press conference on this case. They couldn't give a straight answer as to when the poor child was actually murdered. They said it was so cold in the abandoned house that it might affect pinpointing details like that. That poor innocent kid, and that horrible man and woman. I want you to remember something. I just read out charges printed in the news in black and white, and I disclosed public information about this case. Because of that, YouTube will now suppress and restrict this video, but I don't give a fuck. The truth about what happened to this little innocent 5-year-old girl simply must be told. We have a right to know about the dangers our children face, especially knowing that people that commit crimes like this have a tendency to get out of prison on parole and go on living a normal life. Sometimes these monsters can even bag an insanity plea and skip jail altogether. Then, as we all know, they end up right back on the street with a clean record and sometimes even a taxpayer-funded witness protection scheme in their court. So YouTube, I think it's fitting that we discuss the actions of the demons that walk around us. These details aren't fun. They aren't entertaining. They're outrageous and infuriating to attempt to comprehend, but the truth is simply necessary. We must remember Kamarie Holland and honor her innocence by never letting her assailants forget what they did to her. And if they ever find themselves walking among us, I'd like the following 2 words to ring in their mind constantly when they're in our presence. They know. Because we do. We know what you did. And when justice fails to meet our expectations, we will never let you forget. I'm Mr. Black, and this is the disturbing truth.
Oh, you better not fuck up.
It makes my heart feel just a little more glad. It just strengthens me a little bit more. Because I know that God loves children. And I know that God loves Princess. And I know that God will not allow anything that would harm Princess in a way that would harm her eternally. I thank God she's safely in his hands. I thank God that she's out of this world. I thank God that she's safe not to experience any more harm, hate, or danger. I thank God that she's safely with him. But most of all, I thank God that I'll see her again.
From the mountain top down to the deepest valley, hear a voice calling you. It's the rising sun shining in the darkest alley. Can't you see you will be free? I have been far, I have been wide, searching for peace, somewhere to hide. Now I am free, open and pure, fearless and babe, I am secure. There is no dark that can't be lit. We'll find a way if we just commit. We are one. There is no them and us. Together we're strong. Together we're free. From the mountain top down to the deep